Hello friends, well here we are in the final video for the Goblin 702 and we're going to have a talk about my final thoughts on the machine and we're going to see it in use. So let's crack on. Okay, so what to say about this bad boy? It's been an adventure, I must say. It's been really good fun doing this. I am very glad that I bought it from my friend George, so thank you again George for sending it to me and packing it so well. It was brilliant. We've seen inside the machine, we've seen the motor, which is absolutely fascinating on this cleaner. It's such a strange motor and it's such a strange choice by Goblin to have used the motor that they did use on it. But yeah, it's just one of those really quirky things. Also, it prompted the question to us all, what was the first all-plastic bodied cylinder vacuum cleaner? And we had quite a lot of chats on that topic. And it turns out that actually it was a Siemens in the 1960s. So thank you to the people who said it was a Siemens cleaner. It was really cool to see it. I did some research on it and yeah, it was pretty awesome. So we serviced the motor on the 702 and it's now running absolutely beautifully. There were a few other bits and pieces that needed doing as well. One of the main ones was to repair this floor tool. If you recall in the first video when we took it out of the box, the top of the tool here had basically snapped off. The plastic obviously gets weak over time and it's not particularly great quality plastic anyway. So yeah, that needs to be fixed. And I have repaired it with glue. It's quite loose. If you see the elbow there, it's very worn over its almost 50 years worth of use. So yeah, that's a shame. But at least it's in there and it gives a good suction seal as well. So can't really ask for any more than that. God, now there's seagulls crying in the background. Sorry about that. So that's good. The hose is all fine. That's all good. Quite interesting to see how the hose is faded actually. If you look inside there, hopefully you can see it on the camera. That's the original colour of the hose, and then it's gone this very nasty brown, which is not ideal. And we do have a pneumatic bent end, which is not quite right for this cleaner, but the original has been lost over time. But never mind, it actually makes it really nice to use because the rods and this bent end make a really long reach, and for me that's perfect because I'm quite tall, so yeah, it's ideal. So yeah, final thoughts, it's a great cylinder cleaner, definitely one that's worth having in my collection and I'm really pleased with it. So I will stop waffling now and we will get it set up and actually see the machine in use. This will be the first time we've actually heard that motor running for any particular length of time. And just to say, the final thing on this is I am absolutely amazed at how quiet the bypass motor is in this machine. You get very used to having wet and dry cleaners with bypass motors in them. Goblins, Aquavacs, Shopvacs, even the Hoover machines, that the Aqua Plus series or the Aquamaster or the Vax 121, that series, they were all very loud because of the bypass motor. The application in the 702 is very, very clever because there's so many rubber mounts on it. It's pretty much insulated from the body in every possible way it could touch the body of the cleaner, which is very, very clever actually. It still doesn't explain why Goblin went to the trouble of fitting a bypass motor to a cylinder vacuum cleaner. It still makes no sense, but the way they did it is actually really clever. So I take my hat off to the 1960s engineers who actually designed this cleaner and its motor as well. Very clever. So yeah, that's enough waffling. Let's see the 702 in use.